Hey guys, it's Alex from Fishy Fisher, and today we're looking at the third episode of Nothing Harder. So, it took me a while to choose my character, because this was actually my second attempt at doing Duck Hunt today. So, I've already done Duck Hunt before, but it was at 7.5, so I decided to do 9.0 difficulty, Nothing Harder. Obviously, this is the point of the show. So, we started off with a 1v1 with Sonic. Now, this was pre-recorded a while ago, and this commentary has been done a little after, so I'm not going to be super familiar with the gameplay, but anyway. One thing I want to address as we get into this is I'm always open to tips and stuff from people watching, and also, God, there's one thing else I wanted to say. Oh, also, give me some questions that I can answer during these gameplay segments, because I do include the entire gameplay of me doing each character, so there's a lot of time to fill. So any question, and I mean anyone, I mean you could give me like your math homework questions, and I'll just take a look at them and just answer them for fun. I think it'd be fun. All I really want to do is have fun with this show, which, you know, obviously that's ultimately why I'm doing it, because I just want to have fun, just enjoy Super Smash Bros. A lot more than I currently do. Start off Sonic, and I just take him out with the box, and that was the first battle. In terms of Duck Hunt as a character, he is very good in, I'd say, 1v1 tournaments. I want to emphasize that I don't play Smash Bros. At all professionally. I'm a little probably better than average, but if I were to face a pro player, I would just get destroyed. So I'm obviously good enough to actually do, you know, each character on the hardest difficulty and stuff, which I'm only on the third episode of, by the way. And I have a few ready to go. Also, I'm thinking about making this maybe 3 times a week, because I enjoy doing them, and maybe it's increase it a little bit to grow my channel a little faster. I did die there. Bowser's a really strong forward smash now in this game. And Duck Hunt has some good moves, good spam moves, but like I said earlier, he is definitely he's a very good one-on-one character in terms of, like, you know, if you were to play against a single opponent with no items, blah blah, because he's very spammy. One thing I want to note is also, it may lag at some points. It just lagged on my screen like that, and I apologize for that in case that happens, because my capture, I was recording late at night last night when I did this, and it was really hot in my room, and it was really taxing my computer because it just overheats very easily. Anyway, I finished the second round against Bowser and Yoshi, go into the final round of the regular characters, and go right ahead and just a giant free-for-all. He is not very good in multiple opponents. His moves are definitely meant to surprise and make it tough on a single opponent, like his, you can just stand back a distance and just spam your moves, essentially. I find, at least. That's my personal opinion. Little Mac's already gone, which is cool. So it made it difficult for some of these fights, and also I'm not trying to go for no death, so it's not that big of a deal. All I'm trying to do is just complete it on Nothing Harder difficulty, which is, you know, what happens. What's the point of the show? Here we go. Now it's down to only 4. There are 7 characters in total, and yeah. So Duck Hunt. Interesting thing about Duck Hunt, I find that not many people know, is that in this game, I think it was the Palutena's Guidance. I just died there. Yikes! But the Palutena Guidance, or whatever it's called, the Palutena's Temple Guidance stuff. They say that it's actually not a duo; it's a trio. Which makes a lot of sense, because every time you shoot, there's those target buttons which show up, and I think it actually changes color depending on what player you are, because it's red, but when I saw the CPU, it was gray. So maybe if you're player 2, they're blue as well, which I think that's actually a really nice, like, little touch they added. Mega Man's dead. Pretty close up this. I definitely don't think I can go pretty quick with Duck Hunt. So, I'm sorry if the speed's a little slow. This is going to be a pretty long video. So, yeah, so Duck Hunt's not actually a two-man group. And in Europe, he's actually called the Duck Hunt Duo. So that's a little wrong, I guess, because you know, it's not a duo. So you got the Final Smash, and this will show up the Final Smash if no one's actually seen it. It's actually pretty cool. Just let that sink in. And Abomasnow's still there. Weird thing about Abomasnow is that he does very little damage, and then he can suddenly do a ton of damage. His Blizzard move, I think it's called, where he just has a hurricane of snow go around. That is a very weak damaging move. And there we go, I finally finished it. But that's a very weak move, so I don't see that. That doesn't bother me at all, because like you can get out of it, blah blah blah. But his Ice Punch, that is lethal. You can just turn into an icicle and just fly away, like almost no control and everything. So he's a tough Pokemon in that sense, but otherwise he's a fairly straightforward Pokemon. Like pretty easy to just ignore. Just get off the level of him. It's kind of hard to deal on that Duck Hunt stage. I think that was even the Omega stage. Anyway, here's a one-on-one with Lucario. Lucario is an interesting character because, you know, instead of getting easier later, its gimmick is to, or Lucario's gimmick is to get stronger when he's injured. So it's kind of different when excuse me, it's kind of different compared to the other characters when basically that's all the same. So I made a big mistake here and went for the star instead of the time, which obviously was the wrong move because now I'm super slow and Lucario was just wailing on me, but I did get out of it obviously. So again, it's different playing against one opponent, one CPU when there's items too, because it's a very different game than if you were playing against a very good player online. So even if I was a super good player, it would be a completely different game. It is a different game, making it a little difficult. But anyway, I'm not a pro player, blah blah blah. And I just got lucky and have that guy take out Lucario for me. So continuing on, we're going to the next level of the custom character section, and it is the final one too. So I got Toon Link and Charizard. One thing I thought about for a while was Bowser Jr., who's actually he doesn't have his alternate trophy is still of him, still a Bowser Jr. And I just want to say, like, I'm wailing on Charizard here. I just finished him right there. But I thought it was interesting because that means if you were to like defeat him in the first round and then bring him on to the second round, it would still be Bowser Jr. So I actually found out earlier in my Donkey Kong Nothing Harder that if that were to happen, he'll just turn into another alt character. Which, you know, I kind of expected that, to be honest, but I just wanted confirmation because I didn't know. I didn't. Maybe there would be two Bowser Juniors. Who knows? Who can? So I now know because I found out, obviously. So I'm just gonna kill him with the super newbie thing there. But yeah, it just became Lemmy or one of the Koopalings. So it was kind of a shame, but not what I was expecting. Let's be honest. So continue on, we're at the Mii fighters, and they're really annoying with the Duck Hunt dog because he doesn't have many moves that can take them out. Duck Hunt, he has his smash attacks are good if enemies are at blah blah blah. Let me retry that. His smash attacks are good if enemies are at high percentage, but if they're at low percentage, it doesn't always guarantee a kill. Like you saw there, one of the Mii's just recovered. Dash attacks generally do good attack, but yeah, smash attacks won't guarantee a kill. Dash attacks definitely will. I think everyone's dash attack generally will kill in these multi-man brawl or smashes, multi-man smashes. But so yeah, they're not as strong because he can tack on a lot of damage pretty quickly with all his projectiles and stuff. Because he can just make a wall with his the sheriffs and all that stuff. But so it makes it hard for taking on a bunch of these enemies because I'm already at 133 percentage, and I'm not even halfway there. So it just makes it tricky. That's for sure. One thing also I've noticed is it's good to hit Duck Hunt's down smash is very useful because it has some very good horizontal knockback, which is all you really need to do to kill these Mii's. Because like, you just launch them horizontally and they have no recovery, they have no specials, and they can't ledge grab, so it is kind of like cheating, essentially. Because you just launch them far enough sideways, and they're done. So I'm I'm spamming. I don't want to die here. It's always the worst feeling dying on the Mii fighter stage, because you never really consider them like real enemies. You just are like just a random part as you're getting closer there. So I'm basically there. I realized the dash attacks work, and it should finish him. Yeah. I just also footstool jumped him just to rub it in, and do a little down air as I'm falling to the ground. So Duck Hunt, as we're gonna see here, I'm gonna be pretty spammy. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure, but he is. I didn't have any trouble. This is actually my first time trying with the Master Core and all, and the Master Fortress with Duck Hunt, and I managed to complete it. So his down air is pretty good, and his up air is very good against these Master and Crazy Hand, and against the other enemies. And Duck Hunt has pretty good aerial game, not very good, but decent, I find. And again, this is all my perspective, blah blah blah, because I'm obviously not, I don't analyze this game and look at percentages from each attack and all that stuff. But I took out Master and Crazy Hand with 19%. It's pretty good for first try. But I always try and get as little damage as possible, because it's not very good if you don't do it. So I already have done no damage to this guy, and you know, he already done his first attempt. So I'm just gonna be very spammy with my shield, and just be very careful to avoid taking unnecessary damage. I find also with this, if you just jump high enough, you'll be fine, and then you can follow up with a nice attack. This thing always gets me. You have to be very specific with the timing. I think you even have to spot dodge, or what's the word I'm looking for? Spot dodge or roll to guarantee you won't get hit by that large non-damaging blast. Anyway, I take him out. Wasn't too hard. This guy is interesting. I always avoid trying to like actually get killed by him, even though I generally do, because I like to save a life for the Master Sword or whatever it's called. That I really did not want to die there. I thought I did actually. But anyway, here we go. Continuing on, the Master Beast is actually dead, and I have less than 100%, which is pretty good. It's actually better than usual. But here are the Master Blades. I'm just I'm just doing as much damage as possible. I find that if I go in this corner here, I can get enough. But he does get that really annoying move, which I talked about last time during the leak one. That just so much knockback. It's just really annoying. Anyway, here we go. I believe, yeah, there's that move right there. So he did come with this thing, which is pretty easy to avoid. Even if you shield, your shield can just take that attack, and your shield recharges quick enough in this to not be a problem to take most attacks by all these things. So this is my first time at this point, and I'm at 95%, and I really just don't want him to get me with a single smash. So I'm being very careful here, like launching a lot of projectiles, just trying to take as much damage as possible, because he does have health. Even over 100%, and I'm just being very careful. Charged at my smash, and I managed to get him with an up smash there and an up air. So that was a nice little combination of moves there. And I'm just, again, trying to get some damage on him because I want to avoid it. I did get smashed there, and I was very nervous there. But I managed to get him back onto the stage just in time, and he's very close. He gets smaller as he goes along. It's Master Shadow, maybe? I'm just guessing. But I am just being very careful. He's smaller than me, so I know he's almost dead, and I get him with a dash attack. So I'm still not close. I do get to heal. I get to fully heal and everything, but the Master Core is going to be very tricky because Duck Hunt does, again, not have too many moves that can do a lot of damage very quickly. So you're going to see me just take out these guys first. I just don't want to have to deal with them launching lasers at me and just being very annoying. I don't care about the skeletons because they're not that big of a problem. You can just run past them and maybe take a bit of damage, but it's not that big of an issue. These guys can be annoying, But again, not too tricky to just hit and then get rid of him. This guy did manage to actually get his laser out. I'm just going to take him out just to be sure and just keep on going. I'm at 5% here, and this is actually very good, a very comfortable position. So I'm just going to go and try and take this out quickly. I did see that other guy, and I used an up air, or up special, which I shouldn't have used because I wasted time, and you saw that laser even fired, and I'm at 10%. So I did lose a little bit of health there, but I did manage to take it out pretty quickly. So I get launched out, and here I go. This is the final stretch, and I'm very confused because it normally takes me quite a while to get to this point before I can actually get to the point of like finishing the level. So I'm gonna go on here, and this part's generally easy to get. I would normally use an up special, but I didn't actually have an up special. And this guy was just taking me out here. This is normally the easy part for me. But I did take it out finally, and game ready to go on to the next portion. Very close. Using down air, down tilt, because sometimes you do get a random guy just to spawn there and just do some damage to you. Again, I'm trying to avoid as much damage as possible, and you'll see why I did mess up there and just get hit twice like an idiot. So I'm at 76% now instead of at like 30 or wherever I was at before. So I have to be very careful here now if I want to make this a good run. I'm just taking out these guys, the lasers, and again, I believe I'm taking this guy out, but I didn't actually make it out that time. So he's shooting his laser, and my priority right now, he even saved me right there. My priority right now is to take out that guy, and that skull, whatever, the Legend of Zelda skeleton swordsman, did do that. So I'm at 102% right now. He launched me and he almost killed me, that skeleton guy. Let me finish this before I go on to the next one. But now, look, now I'm at 102%. And this is a very dangerous percentage to be at, because that means that if I hit any of the danger zones, I will finish. I will be dead. It will be game over. One life and everything. So now I'm in super scared mode, and I managed to take him out with air, which was ideal. So I managed to finish that match with 122%, and I am just messing around now because I'm so happy. But anyway, as Duck Hunt wails on Mastercore here, I want to thank you guys for watching another episode of Nothing Harder. Make sure you click subscribe to my channel. Again, I'm still getting there, and I figured I'm gonna post a lot more of these, a lot more frequently. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you click subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm gonna leave you all with the fail compilation, which is just one fail. Thanks, guys.